Hey everybody, Beth Helvey with Control Real Estate today. I hope you're doing good. It is Monday, January 25th. So we're almost out of January and almost into February. So I wanted to go over the December stats with you for the housing market. And I know this is going to surprise you, but it was a busy month. Let me preface this by telling you a little something about how our market normally is during the winter months. And what I mean by that is during the holidays. It is not unusual for us here in the Sarasota, Manatee area to get kind of quiet between Christmas and New Year. Okay, and that's just how our season works because we are seasonal in our sales, but unlike the rest of the country, our seasonality is typically in the winter. It's not as much in the summer, although we are getting busier in the summer as we go. Our seasonality typically will slow down maybe around the week of Thanksgiving. We'll pick up a little bit again. And then December to New Year, we tend to get kind of quiet. We'll pick up again first week of January, second week of January. And a lot of that depends on what day of the week that January 1st falls on and to when we get busy. However, that was different this year. It seems like everybody is coming to the area to buy a house. So, hey Daryl, let's talk about stats. So, for the month of December in Sarasota, we're going to do Sarasota County first, then we'll do Manatee County for single family homes. There was an increase of 39% in closed properties. So it went from 746 to 1,038 in 1 month. There are, and I'm reading from a pad of paper, sorry guys. So, and there was good news. We had more listings. Hey Joey, we had more listings, which is good. We went from 671 listings to 730 listings, which is an increase of 8.8%. And we like seeing that because as we've been talking about, we've been hoping that with high season, in our case, which is when we're really busy, is January, February, March, and into April, we were hoping we would see more listings because our visitors, our snowbirds, would sell their property to either upsize, downsize, or what have you. That went up. However, this is the catch. Pending inventory went from 733 to 1,123 for an increase of 53%. So as quickly as they're getting on the market, they're getting gobbled up. We have our inventory went down 50% for the number of properties that we have available to sell you. And our months of inventory went from 3.5% to 1.6%. Hey, John. Now, there are parts of the country where you literally don't even have to put your sign in the yard and the property is sold with 10 offers over asking price. We're not quite there yet. We have a little bit more inventory than some of the other parts of the country, depending on what your price point is. If you are in a certain price point, I say 250 or 300 and below, and the property's in good shape, it's gonna get snapped up. Now, condos. Don't forget, our condos took a hit, and our condos took a hit because of COVID. There were people who were not too keen on possibly buying a house in a building. Understandably so, why we were kind of going through all that, right? In 2020, in December, condo closed up. The amount of condos that closed went up 19% from 417 to 498. We now have an increase of 4.9% in listings. We went from 369 to 387, which is good. So we're increasing. It's not a big increase, but an increase is an increase. Pending also went up 38% from 532 properties pending to 734 properties pending. Our inventory went down 34%, and our months of inventory went from 4.5 to 2.6. It went down 42% as well. As quickly, even in the condo realm where people were hesitant at first, even in the condo realm, properties are starting to get gobbled up again, especially as we have people who are leaving cities. They're leaving the more densely populated areas and coming here, and they're fine buying a condo. Manatee County, you're up. Manatee County, we went up 41% in closed single-family homes from 587 in 2019 to 831 in 2020. New listings went from 488 to 590 for an increase of 20%. Yay, we went up. However, pendings, the properties that are currently under contract, no longer available to be purchased, went from 550 to 797 for an increase of almost 45%. There's more properties under contract than we have available. Inventory went down 50%. because we're seeing that across the board. Months of inventory went from 3.3 to 1.5 for a decrease of 54.5%. Again, we're seeing the same thing in Manatee County that we're seeing in Sarasota County. Condos, much of the same story. We had an increase in closings of 45%, actually higher. Went from 233 to 338. Our listings have gone up. We went from 247 to 267 for an increase of 8%. So that's good. They actually had a bigger increase than Sarasota County. Pending is up 40%, and inventory is down 42%. So we have more properties under contract than available. Months of inventory went from 4.1% months of inventory in December of 2019 to 2.0 in 2020 for a decrease of 51%. I mean, so what's the moral of the story here? We've got a perfect storm here. Interest rates are historically low. I mean, ridiculously low. We are likely to never see these interest rates again. People are buying. People who thought that maybe they were going to wait, maybe until they got close to retirement, the kids got older, anything like that, are jumping the gun now. We have that combined with people who are moving out of our more densely populated areas in the Northeast, which is our natural feeder market. We naturally have people from the Northeast coming to Florida. They're leaving these densely populated areas and coming to our area, which is not so densely populated. And of course, the weather. People are getting tired of shoveling snow and dealing with ice. You have all of those factors now combining to make people want to move here. And that's what they're doing. What does that mean for you? If you're a seller, if you price your property right, and if you have it in decent shape or price it appropriately for the shape it's in, it'll sell. I mean, it'll sell quickly. We're already seeing that. From listing to closing is now something like 65, 70 days. And that's including financing, okay? If you are a buyer, do not go shopping without your pre-approval. Just don't. Because I can guarantee you that if you see that house you fall in love with and then you've got to call your lender, no matter how good your lenders are, no matter how quick they are, somebody else already has their pre-approval in their hand and will submit it, and you're going to lose out. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Have your pre-approval ready, or if you're paying by cash, have your snapshot or your letter or however you're going to do it from your financial person ready to submit with your offer. You have to move quickly. I think the only thing, and we've talked about this before, one of the few things that's keeping us from going absolutely nuts is that we are a second housing market. And as much as people want to leave where they are, they're not necessarily going to buy something that they don't want. Okay, so if they walk into, they want to be in a particular neighborhood and everything's overpriced, or they don't like what they see, they will go home empty-handed and come back and try again. They'll try again in a few months. Also, they're not, and on the other side of that, a lot of people who are coming here and buying second properties aren't as emotionally attached to that second property as to their first property. So there's a little bit of a, not a detachment, but not, maybe a little bit of a detachment. So we've got a little bit of that going on. Part of those reasons, personally, I believe is why we have the inventory we do have versus the rest of the country, which has no inventory. You've got pockets of the rest of the country, or a good part of the rest of the country, where they're also dealing with people moving around for their jobs. We're not like that as much. We are still a good second home or choice home area. We do have people who move here who are employed, and they move here out of choice more so than getting transferred. So we have all that going on. Again, if you want to sell your house, is this the time to sell? Mm-hmm. If you'd like to sell your house, please call me, because we don't have enough properties to sell right now. And we can get you sold, we can get you done, and you know, and you'll be happy with it. If you're looking to buy, have your pre-approval. Get that done. It's more important now than it was this time last year that you have that before you even go looking. If you are even remotely serious about possibly buying a house, find out what your buying power is. Or if you're going to pay by cash, have your proof of funds ready. Because I can promise you, if a seller has 2 offers or 3 offers in front of them, they're going to talk to the person who's been prepared and has the proof of funds first, or the pre-approval first, before they talk to you. If you say, yeah, I'll get it to you in 2 days when my lender's back in the office, you know, if it's like a Friday night or something. Okay, so make sure you have that done. I hope y'all are doing good. It is gorgeous today. It's a little muggy, I think we're in the mid to upper 70s. I don't even know anymore. And this is the reason people move here, is because this is a great beach day and it's a great day to be outside. If you do get the opportunity to go outside, I encourage you to do so. Wear your sunscreen, drink a lot of water, and have a good time. If you have any questions about these stats, let me know. I'm going to post them in the comments. And if you have any questions about real estate in general, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, everybody. Bye now.